This chart highlights a staggering number, $1.6 trillion. According to McKinsey, that is the annual cost of on-site mismanagement to the global economy. This financial drain is rarely the result of material shortages or natural disasters. Instead, the loss accumulates through the consistent breakdown of human networks. Even the simplest construction project relies on a baseline of 11 distinct stakeholders who must collaborate to move a build forward. On a Middle Eastern megaproject, that network complexity scales exponentially, often exploding into a web of over 100 overlapping stakeholders. When communication flows through fragmented channels across a web this large, project leaders lose the ability to track real-time progress, effectively flying blind. This stakeholder complexity creates a structural inefficiency that erodes project margins before the first shovel hits the ground. We define this state of total disconnect as operational blindness. When critical information is siloed between teams, project managers lose a singular, accurate view of the site's true status. The breakdown reaches its peak at project completion. Because data isn't centralized during the build, vital field records often disappear the moment the keys change hands. Standard construction software frequently fails to bridge these gaps between stakeholders, leaving the project vulnerable to the systemic mismanagement that drives industry-wide losses. Crane was built to solve this. Its founders, Tolga Janoskan and Ozan Küçük, spent 15 years digitizing over 250 projects across 19 countries. Crane functions as a centralized nervous system for stakeholders, a departure from the industry's reliance on isolated software tools. The platform's primary objective is unifying on-site management by bringing every stakeholder, from the initial 11 to the eventual 100, into one collaborative environment. This hub-and-spoke model replaces the fractured web, pulling clean data from every node into a cohesive center where progress can be tracked in real time. By centralizing these communications, Crane provides the visibility necessary to halt the $1.6 trillion leak caused by on-site mismanagement. This centralization becomes most critical during the high-risk transition of handover and warranty. Crane digitizes every defect report and final inspection, creating a searchable, permanent record of the transition. This digital trail allows contractors to mitigate the financial and legal liabilities that often surface during the handover period. From there, the data flows directly into the building's long-term operations, facility management, and asset data. This timeline shows the data moving fluidly from construction through handover and into facility management, reaching long-term operators without the data loss that typically occurs during these shifts. Crane converts fragmented project phases into a single continuous digital lifecycle. In the Middle East, new legal realities have turned this digital lifecycle into a strict requirement. In Saudi Arabia, PIF megaprojects now require digital work inspection request approvals as a prerequisite for progress payments. Dubai's Law No. 3 of 2026 mandates comprehensive digital records across a building's lifecycle to verify safety and quality standards. Crane is engineered with these specific GCC regulations at its core. It automates compliance checkpoints required by both the Saudi PIF and Dubai's legal framework. For contractors in the region, using Crane is the primary method to ensure they remain compliant and secure their Hakadosh payments. A fundamental shift has occurred in how we value megaprojects. The physical structure is only half of the final product. This scale represents a new industry standard. A building's digital history and compliance data now hold equal value to its physical concrete and steel. Crane captures and structures this digital memory, from the first day of construction through to the final key exchange. Preserving this data asset is now the only way to protect the long-term market value of the physical asset. Crane is expanding by proving this model with agile Tier 2 contractors before scaling into the massive Tier 1 megaprojects of the KSA and UAE. The platform aims to serve as the definitive digital memory and compliance hub for the Middle East's next generation of smart cities. For developers and investors, a digitized lifecycle is now the prerequisite for successful delivery in the GCC. Crane provides the engine built for that requirement.